Boxing Truth here. Just watched the Terence Crawford Hank Lundy fight at the theater in Madison Square Garden. It was a similar type of performance Crawford has delivered in the past. He started out slow. For some reason, he has a tendency to start slow in his fights. This happened before in his career against Gamboa, against Delorme. He seemed to lost the earlier parts of the rounds. Tonight, he started out slow the very first 2 or 3 rounds. Lundy came out fast, landed a lot of shots, and exposed the deficiencies Terence Crawford has defensively. There's a lot of holes in Terence Crawford's game defensively. He gets tagged very clean for a fighter of his style, boxer, puncher type style, skillful switch hitter. However, Crawford turned it around. He was able to deliver another impressive knockout performance. He made a statement tonight. He knocked out Hank Lundy. That was what people were hoping for this fight because he was such a heavy favorite to win. He didn't look great in the earlier rounds. He was taking his time, jabbing, and as the rounds progressed, he slowly but surely was getting the better of Hank Lundy. And Terence Crawford is showing good power now that he's a junior welterweight. However, it's been mostly against blown-up lightweights. So we're going to have to see how his power measures up against more real 140-pound fighters. He did what he was supposed to do. He knocked out Lundy. That's a good thing. And based on the hype surrounding Terence Crawford, it was very good that he was able to stop Lundy that in 5 rounds. I was expecting him to win. I wasn't sure if he could knock Lundy out. Lundy's only been stopped once before, but he was able to do it quicker than anybody. However, Lundy just didn't possess the power to really threaten Crawford. He was able to land some shots, but he just doesn't have that type of world-class power. His power is average at the world-class level. So, good win for Crawford. However, it was expected. He did make a statement by knocking out Lundy. I'll give him credit for that. Now, we have to see what the future holds for Terence Crawford. He's a good fighter. He's improving. He's not killing himself to make 135 pounds, which affected his performances when he was first on HBO. He was not the most exciting fighter to watch when he first appeared on the network. But now that he's at 140 pounds, he's punching hard now. He's gotten a few good knockout wins, but not against the best available opposition. He says he's not ducking anybody, but his resume says otherwise. However, I think the big fight is on the horizon for Terence Crawford. His most significant fight to date. I'm expecting for his next fight, his next HBO appearance, before Arum tries to pull the trigger on the pay-per-view fight with Terence Crawford. Now, the name being mentioned now for Terence Crawford's next fight is Ruslan Provodnikov. Bob Arum mentioned it to Max Kellerman following his interview with Terence Crawford. Bob Arum mentioned as Ruslan Provodnikov very likely. Well, they're going to try to make that fight next for him. That's a great fight. Sign me up for some of that. I want to see how Crawford can handle Ruslan Provodnikov, who doesn't provide easy fights for anybody. He's a fighter who has 4 losses on his record, but a lot of his losses have been very competitive. Some of them are debatable. No one's had an easy time with Ruslan Provodnikov, and I want to see if Terence Crawford can hurt Ruslan, because that would be a statement in itself. Can he hurt him? He's showing good power in the division, but not against the best available opponents, and also against lighter fighters, fighters that are pretty much lightweights. Good performance by Terence Crawford. It was so-so the first 4 rounds. I had it even the first 4 rounds, 2-2 for each fighter. Then Crawford was able to land a big left, and he did his job. He stopped him. Good win for Crawford based on the quality of it. He showed some power, got Lundy out of there, did what he was supposed to do. Now it's on to bigger and better things. This is Boxing Truth. I'm out.